Good morning. I'm Aisha Khalid, and I'll be your host for today's Quiet Echo. On Tuesday morning, I climbed the stairs to my office instead of taking the elevator. 4 flights. I pushed. By the top, my heart was working and I was slightly breathless, and I stood for a moment in the hallway before going in. I have done this hundreds of times. I do it because taking the stairs seems right, the way eating vegetables seems right, a reasonable thing a doctor should do. I never gave it much thought beyond that. What I did not know until this week is what was actually happening inside me while I stood in the hallway catching my breath. A study was published this week in the European Heart Journal. Researchers followed nearly 96,000 people over 7 years. Not a small study. They tracked movement using wrist accelerometers, devices precise enough to catch short bursts of effort people would never remember to report in a survey. Then they tracked who developed serious illness and who did not. The question they were asking is one I have wondered about myself as a physician. Is it enough to move, or does it matter how hard you move? The answer was clear. People who spent even a small fraction of their daily movement at vigorous intensity, 4% or more, had dramatically lower risk of 8 major diseases: heart disease, irregular heartbeat, type 2 diabetes, liver disease, lung disease, kidney disease, dementia, inflammatory conditions like arthritis and psoriasis. Compared with people who never reached vigorous effort, their risk was 29 to 61% lower, depending on the disease. 4%. If you move for 30 minutes a day, 4% is 72 seconds. The researchers were careful to say this does not mean going to the gym. It does not require a training plan or a membership or special clothes. It means effort. Specifically, effort making you slightly breathless enough talking becomes hard. Taking the stairs quickly instead of slowly. Walking fast between errands rather than at a stroll. Playing actively with children rather than watching from the bench. Running to catch the bus. Cycling hard for a short stretch against the wind. The common thread is not the activity, it is the effort. For a few minutes, you push. Your heart works harder. Your blood vessels become more flexible. Your body improves its ability to use oxygen. Inflammation decreases. The brain receives chemicals supporting healthy cells. And something occurs low-intensity movement cannot fully replicate. The risk of serious disease begins to fall. As a physician, I spend a great deal of time with patients who are waiting for permission to feel better. They are waiting for a diagnosis to be resolved, a prescription to arrive, a referral to come through. They are waiting for the system to do something for them. I understand the waiting. The system is real, and the waiting is real. But this research says something the system cannot say on a prescription pad. The body is not waiting. The body already has a mechanism for reducing its own risk of heart attack, dementia, and arthritis. The mechanism is free. It requires nothing from any office or clinic or insurance company. It works in the parking lot, on the stairs, in the few minutes between dropping children at school and starting the day. I think about George, on his feet at the deli kitchen since before sunrise every morning. I wonder if he knows climbing the stairs to the storage room quickly instead of slowly may be doing more for his heart than he realizes. I think about Ruth Edmonds, 81, baking, moving, keeping going. I think about Owen, who plays soccer and does not yet understand what a gift it is. The gift is not the sport, the gift is the breathlessness. I think about my patients who tell me they do not have time to exercise. I used to nod and write a referral to a program they would never attend. Now I want to say something different. 15 to 20 minutes per week of breathless effort, spread across the days, 2 or 3 minutes. The stairs, the parking spot farthest from the door, the walk to the post office at full speed just because you can. You do not need more time. You need more effort in the time you already have. This week was heavy in Cedar Valley. The fees, the charts, the property tax, the mayor asking us to show up. All of it was real and all of it mattered. I read every word and I will carry all of it. But Saturday is also for the quiet question. The one you can answer before the day begins. Stand at the bottom of a staircase. Look up. Make a decision. When did you last get slightly breathless? And when will you do it again? This is Aisha Khalid, your host for today's Quiet Echo. Thanks for listening. Cedar Valley News has a new Facebook group. If you have comments and want to join the conversation, you are welcome. I will put the link in the show notes. Quiet Echo is part of the fictional Cedar Valley news series, written by Evan Swenson, publisher, publication consultants, and Claude Marshall, AI developmental editor. While the people in town are fictional, the national events they reflect on are real.
You've been listening to the Cedar Valley News Podcast, where small-town voices meet the headlines shaping our world. From faith and family to front porches and fields. We'll be back with more stories connecting real lives to real events. Until next time, keep your porch light on, your faith strong, and your heart open. This is Cedar Valley News.